this class. So we were discussing the topics. We are going to see ODI procedures, slowly changing dimensions, load plans, agents, ODI console. So these are the topics. We are going to finish it as soon as possible. Okay, let's see what is ODI procedure. Okay, let's see. What is ODI procedures? Okay, so we can create ODI. Everybody is able to see my desktop, right? In folders of ODI project. Okay, we can create ODI procedures in folders of ODI project. Let's see. Everybody is able to see my desktop, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, we can create a procedures here. Okay, so we can create a procedure. So right click here, right click on new procedure. Or if a procedure is already there in some other application, so we can import it. I have a procedure in another project. I want to import it. I can do import procedure. Okay, either I can import a procedure, I can right click a procedure. So under the projects, we can right click the procedure and we can create a new procedure. But of all, what is a procedure? A procedure is a set of commands. Okay, which can be executed by agent. So generally agent by ODI, because any component, it can be a ODI interface, or it's a variable, or it is a package, or it is a scenario. So everything executed by scenario. But here, so this procedure is a set of commands, so which can be executed by agent. Okay, so these commands can be created in any technology. These commands, see, whatever commands, the procedure is a set of commands. Okay, so these commands can be created by using all technologies supported by ODI. Any technology supported by ODI. So that means any technology. For example, okay, we can use files, we can use Oracle, okay, we can use MS SQL Server, we can use Java, we can write a code in Java, we can write a code in Python. It's a different language. Okay, and we can use a language in Groovy. So any technology, it can be created. So each command can have its own technology. For example, a procedure is a set of commands. So each command contains a certain code. So that code can be created using any technology. Like we can write a code in files, Oracle, MicroSQL Server, Python. So we can write any technology. That means whatever technologies we have here, so we can write all these technologies. See here, we can use all these technologies for writing our code, procedure code. Okay, and each command can have its own technology. So no need to be all commands the same technology. So each command can have its own technology. That means we can execute that command, its own technology. So no need to be, it can be a one technology or this one. And a procedure can be reused in as many number of times as possible. A procedure can be reused any number of times. From a package. We can call a procedure from a package, and we cannot call a procedure from an interface package. And we can create scenario for its procedure itself. We can create scenario. So that means, so if a procedure is a standalone procedure, that means, so no need to call from a package, but I want to execute a procedure. We can create a scenario for a procedure, and that scenario can be exported to production and can be executed. So then exported to production. Production. So that means we can execute that scenario. So a procedure can be, okay. So when we have to use a procedure, okay, you would include the procedure in a package procedure. Okay, so or this procedures has a command. Okay, so we have to write a procedure when a certain so procedures needs to be created. It's not required to create. Procedure need to create. Okay, need to create when we cannot achieve. We cannot achieve a logic. We cannot implement a functionality in interfaces. So if any code which is not possible to implement in interface or mappings, not an interface, it's a mapping, because it's like 11G, right? Mapping. So we can create, if a procedure, whatever code we are going to execute, so that procedure can be executed from a procedure, whatever procedure, when we have to write a procedure. So procedure needs to be written whenever a certain functionality which is not possible to implement in a mappings. So then only we can write a procedure. So the procedure code can be reused. So that is the advantage of a procedure. Okay, and these procedures functionality can be controlled using null options. Procedure can have multiple options. Similar to knowledge modules, similar to KM options, knowledge module options, multiple options. So a procedure can have multiple options. By using those position options, so we can control execution behavior. We can control execution behavior. So this is the small introduction of your procedure. So we can control the, so procedure is not, so when we have to create a procedure, the basically when a certain code which is not possible, procedure needs to be created when we cannot implement a functionality or a logic in a mapping. So then only we can write a procedure. So let's see. Okay, procedure contains a series of commands. Let's see how to create a procedure. Right click here, new procedure. So you can give any name, prc underscore commit. Let's see, just time one command only. Okay, so now here, what is this multi connections? What is this multi connections? I'll explain this in 2 minutes. Okay, so now what is this source technology and what is this target technology? Source technology means, I'll show you that one also. Okay, let's see. So the procedure name, procedure commit after completion, after all mappings. I want to commit after all mappings. So now here the tasks. The task is nothing but a one command. Task is nothing but a one command. So I told you, right? So here, so what is the command? Procedure is a set of commands. So this command is nothing but a task. This command is nothing but a task. The task can be executed any number of times. Okay. Now see here, each task. So right click here and click a task. Right click here, click a task. So now this is the task name is commit. Commit. So commit after all maps. So I want to commit after all maps committed. Okay, so ignore errors. Ignore errors means if this command successfully completed or not. So if this task failed, do you want to ignore the error or not? If you click here, if the task failed, so the command associated to this task fails, ODI doesn't care that error because I selected as a ignore errors. Now, so always execute options. So that means, do you want to execute all options or not? Do you want to execute this command all the times or not? Now, so each task of a procedure can have two commands. Two commands. Okay. So one command execute on target, and command execute on source. So this source and target are not related to your mapping source and target only. So this source and target are the source and the target for these commands only, not mapping related procedure. So these tasks are not related to, see, in this mapping, this is a source and this is a target. So these source and the target are not the same. So here I can have any code. Okay. So now agent in the sense is ODI. Agent executes source command first. So then it executes target command. So we can pass some information. We can pass values or parameters. Values from source command to target command. Okay, first it's going to execute a source command. Here it is going to execute a first source command is going to execute. So then it execute the target command. Okay, we can pass values. We can pass values from source command to target command. Okay, let's see here. Okay, the source command and target command. What is required for the target command? So the target technology and targets logical schema. We need these two. The target technology. Technology means where we are going to execute. Are we going to execute on files? Are we going to execute on Oracle? Are we going to execute on MS SQL server? Are we going to execute on Java or Python or whatever it is? And what is the logical schema associated to that one? Similarly, the source command can have a source technology and a source logical schema. So we are going to have these two: target technology, target logical schema, and source technology and the source logical schema. So we can execute this first. See here, I have a source command technology, and target technology and target transaction. Do you want to issue a commit or do you want to specify this? We'll explain this one. Auto commit and target command commit, and source technology and then source technology logical schema. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear, please? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's write a, see, I want to commit after all. So I want to write a code here. So commit. I want to commit it. Okay, I want to commit, and target technology is Oracle. And that's it. See here, commit and Oracle. It's commits on the target technology. I don't want to, because it's just a commit only. I'm not going to have any source technology here. Okay, everybody? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now this one. Okay. So now what is this task we have seen? So the commit is target transaction is target commit is okay. So now let's see. I want to commit these transactions. This is the commit. Okay. Commit means save the changes permanently. I'm going to write another procedure with the PRC underscore rollback. If anything goes wrong, I want to roll back. After any failure. After any failure. Task is, so now I'm adding a task rollback. After failure. So the target command is rollback. Target technology is Oracle and target transaction is this. Save. Okay, so now let's see, execute this and then see whether it is going to execute successfully or not. Right click and run. So it's failed. Let's see why it is failed. Logical schema has not been set for PRC commit after all mapping. So logical schema set cheyaledi manam. What I told, we need target technology and target logical schema. I did not specify the logical schema for both source and target. Let's create here task. I'm thinking where to specify the options. Target commit and then auto commit. Oracle technology is fine here, and the transaction is auto commit, and this is the command. Okay, let's see the knowledge module. Knowledge module into stream tasks. Multi incremental update, multi-connections tasks. One second, sir. 1 second, please. Oh, sorry. We have here itself, but it's not displaying here. Okay, so let's see. I've selected only. Let's remove this cleanup. See here. I have a cleanup here. I don't want the cleanup. Okay, so I'm removing the cleanup and I'm removing the ignore errors. Always execute options. Okay, so now I'm selecting target logical schema and I'm selecting source logical schema. Okay, so because it's not selected, those options are not selected here. So right click here, we can see all these options here. Okay, so now the target logical schema is, so I want to select this one. The logical schema is very important. So now execute this option. So session started, operator. Yes, it's completed successfully. Okay, so now I'm going back to rollback. So in the rollback procedure, in the tasks, ignore errors is required. So the target logical schema is the target. So I'm rolling back those changes. Rollback. Rollback means it removes the changes. Okay, so both are completed successfully. So I created two procedures. One is commit and one is rollback. So in the commit, I have only one command, the commit command. And the target technology is Oracle and the source technology is nothing. And the logical schema. Logical schema in the sense is where it is going to execute the command, the logical schema command. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please?
Sir.
Okay, let's see how we are going to use these two. How we are going to use these two procedures. Procedure is a set of command. We can write a code in any technology and any language. Here, so here.
So target commitment endukide sir?
Internet target
Undefined.
commit. Auto commit pettem kada minimum.
Okay.
Auto commit means it automatically committed. Okay, so see here. So if you put auto commit, the target commit is not selected. Change it to the transaction 0. So now I can change it to commit, no commit, or for every 1,000 rows it is going to commit.
Okay, we can select what the statements we need to commit.
Right.
Manually also.
Yes. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so now auto commit. Right now I put it in auto commit. Please observe carefully what I am doing here. Okay, so now I'm creating a mapping. Okay, so now let's see. Let's first example A. Let's truncate all the tables in ODI target. Let's truncate all the tables. Okay, so now right click here on table truncate. Table truncate and 30 table truncate. 3 tables truncated. Okay, fine. And DEPT wise details and truncate. Okay, fine. And EMP DEPT info table truncate. Fine. And okay, so let's see. I truncated the 5 tables. So now I want to create a package. Okay, I'm creating a new package. So pkg underscore test commit in mappings. I want to see commit in mappings and procedures examples. Procedures example. I want to test in commit. Okay, so now let's see. Save this. I have a mapping. Table to table department target mapping. This is the map. Table to table department target table. So the department's target table. I have data. Let's commit this mapping. Let's truncate this mapping. Okay. So now it's a truncated. Okay, perfect. See here. So in the physical, in the integration knowledge module here, I have the commit option. So the commit option is set to true. Okay, commit option set it to true. That means after successful completion of this interface, of this mapping, so whatever data we are loading into this department table is going to successful. So the commit option. So we are discussing the commit. What is this commit means? So the post integration, so that means the post after successful execution of this mapping, the data inserted into the target table is going to commit. That means finally saved. Okay, so now I'm opening the another map. Yes, here also I have the post integration. Let's see, control append. The post integration is true. Okay, so now here also the post integration knowledge module is true. Okay, but okay, so now I'm creating a mapping. So I'm creating this department map, and I'm creating this location, and I'm creating this employees. Okay, so now I clicked these three. I clicked these three. Okay, perfect. I have a mapping created with the three mapping. So now, for example, let's see, I'm dropping this table. Create departments underscore target table. Let's drop table DEPT. Okay, what is the second table in our map here? Table to table locations underscore target. Drop table locations underscore TR. I'm dropping the table. Okay. Okay, let's see. First thing is don't drop it. First execute this mapping. I'm executing this. First execute that package. I created a package with three variables: emp, test, commit in mappings and procedures. So now I commit it. Okay. Flow control not possible declared in your target. Let's see. Okay, so now I have some mapping where I don't have a flow control department target. Let's disable the flow control and the physical map here. So the flow control is true. The employees table here, physical. Flow control is false. I don't want to enable the flow control. And in the third one is in the locations. Sorry. False. Okay, super. So I disabled all the flow control and I'm executing this procedure package. Okay, that's it. See, it's completed successfully. If you see the data in the department tables, I have data, and in locations table, I have data, and in employees target table, I have a data. So I have the data in all three mappings. Now I'm truncating the tables again. Truncate, yes, apply. And employees underscore target, truncate, yes, truncate. And locations underscore table, truncate. Okay, so now perfect. So now I'm dropping the table locations table drop. Okay, so now I'm executing this package. What will happen? I dropped the table. Okay, if you go to here, refresh here, it is failed. Okay, see, the first one completed successfully. So the department table completed successfully, and the second interface failed. It says that error, object not found, and table or view does not exist error. If you see here, table or view does not exist because the table is dropped. Okay, so now this completed successfully. If you go to here and then see the department table, I have the data, but it just failed. My package failed. So I have a commit in each interface. Okay, but my aim is to load departments, locations, and employee table. If all three get successful, So then only my complete job completed successfully. If any one of these fails, I want to roll back the other. If this failed, I want to roll back this one. If this fails, I want to roll back these two. So if all three get successful, so then only we can issue a commit. And అర్థమవుతుందా మీకు? అంటే అన్ని ఇంటర్ఫేసెస్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్ గా ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ జరిగితేనే మనకి కమిట్ అవ్వాలి, అదర్వైజ్ డోంట్ కమిట్. అర్థమైందా మీకు? ఎవ్రీబడి ఈజ్ క్లియర్? ఎస్ ఆర్ నో ప్లీజ్?
Yes, sir.
అర్థమవుతుందా?
Done, sir.
సో దాన్ని ఎలా చేయాలి మరి? ఓకే, లెట్స్ ఐఎమ్ రీక్రియేటింగ్ ద టేబుల్. So how can I do it? Okay, first thing is I have a commit in each interface. Okay, first thing is I cannot commit in each interface. Okay, first thing is what we have to do is stop commit in each interface. So if you want to do like this, okay, so go to physical attributes. So now physical attributes, and here is the commit. So don't commit in each interface, false. Okay, don't commit in false. Okay. So now go to the second interface. Commit is false. And third one is physical. So I not committed it. So that means commit means no commit. Okay, it won't save the data. If anything fail, it won't save the data. Now completely I removed the commit option in all three interfaces. Let's go back to the see what knowledge module it is using. It is using knowledge module, integration knowledge module. What integration knowledge module it is using? It is using SQL control append. Let's go to SQL control append. I want to show you something. Okay, so let's go to SQL control append. Yes. Okay, this knowledge module has a tasks. These tasks are a command. Everything is a command. See here, this is a create table command. So this is a create table command. What is the command associated? Where is the command here? Okay, so now columns, so target command. Yes, this is the target command. Let's click here. This is the command it is going to execute, and this is the command it is going to execute. Yes, this is the command. Okay, let's observe this target transaction column. Okay, see here, observe this carefully. It has an auto commit under transaction 1, auto commit under transaction 1. That means, so the knowledge module commands, all knowledge module commands, all KM tasks divided into two basic types. So two basic types. We have a more, but two are the basic types. One is DDL commands. And the second thing is DML commands. So DDL commands are related to create table. Okay, so create index like this, and this one is insert data, insert, update, and delete data like this. Okay, all DDL commands are auto commit on. All DDL commands are auto commit in KM. See here, if you see here, all DD create target table auto commit, drop table auto commit. Okay, so now see here, flow control auto commit. Okay, lock generalized data auto commit. So insert data into flow table auto commit. Okay, so now, so the integration, so that means a final table. So delete data from target table, insert new rows and commit transaction. See here, if you observe these three steps, these three steps are related to the final integration. All three steps are executed with the transaction one. Okay, so all DML related commands are executed under transaction one. Transaction one. So whenever you set a commit option in the mappings, so here I'm using the commit. In this one, I set it the commit. What is the meaning of commit? What exactly it is commit? So in the knowledge module commit option, commits the commands associated to the transaction one. All knowledge module executes the transaction one. Under transaction one, if you issue a commit in the knowledge module, so that means, so the commands associated to the transaction one are commit. Everybody is clear? Commit. So now I remove the commit option from here. I remove the commit option from false. So no commit. So then where can I commit? Okay. So now I created a customized procedure for commit. Yes. So the commit. Now go to the task. So now the target command is text. So this text, the auto commit. I want to commit the transaction one. Okay, I want to commit the transaction one. I'm explicitly committing. What I'm committing? Committing the changes made by this transaction one. So the rollback also, the task, I set it to transaction one. Okay, so that means I'm committing and rollbacking. I created a specific procedure. So in the procedure code, I'm explicitly committing the command. What command it is going to execute in the ODI procedure is commit. What exactly it is committing? Committing the transaction one. What is the transaction one? The transaction one is a point associated to the DML changes. Now I'm going back to this mappings. After all three successful, I want to commit. So here I'm committing. Now, if any one of these fails, I want to roll back. So if this fails, roll back. This fails, roll back. If this fails, and roll back. What exactly we are rollbacking? We are rollbacking the transaction one. What is the transaction one? The transaction one are changes made by the knowledge modules DML commands. So in the integration knowledge module only, not LKM or CKM. LKM or CKM are not responsible for the integration final changes. So the final changes are related to the transaction. So what? So now how can we implement the transaction integrity? That means the transaction integrity means, so all tables loaded successfully, then only your job completed successfully. How can I make sure all the data completely successful? How can we answer? Instead of committing in each transaction, in each mapping, so I don't want to commit in each map. So the commit at the end of all the maps using a procedure. Okay, so what is the transaction associated to the knowledge modules? So the transaction one is the knowledge module associated. Transaction one is the DML command associated to this one. So now let's execute this. Let's see here. Now this is failed. So the location's target is failed. So now it's a rollback. Now go to here. Okay, let's see. First truncate this. I have not truncated the data. We created the table, right? Why it is failed? We created the table. Okay, so ORA inserted by is invalidated. Let's see. Okay, so there is no data here. There is no data here perfectly. Earlier, when we run this one, if this failed, this data completed successfully. Let's see here. So the department target completed successfully. So then it goes to the locations. This locations failed. So then it goes to after failure rollback. What command it is executed? It executed the code is rollback. Where it is executed? It executed on the target code. The connection is this information. Logical schema is Oracle target, Oracle target. Now if you see the database table, see, not loaded the data. Department table is not loaded because we roll back. Okay, so now what commands it is required. So insert data and insert by. So now I'm adding a columns to this one. Table altered and new columns created. Now I'm executing this map. This is completed successfully. See here, all three completed successfully. At the end, it's a commit. So now you can see the data in the table. Okay, so this is the way we can implement the transaction integrity. That means no commit in each mappings. The mappings executed, transformations and everything. Mappings executed with the knowledge modules. Knowledge module commands basically are of two types. So the knowledge module commands are basically of two types. One is DDL command and DML command. DDL commands executes with auto commit and DML commands executes with the transaction one. So by setting commit option to false in the knowledge modules, so we can achieve the transaction integrity. At the end of all the interfaces, we can commit using a procedure. This is a simple procedure example. Everybody is a clear, please? Everybody is a clear, please?
Yes, sir.
Anybody have any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Today I'm stopping here. I want everybody to finish the practice of the last two classes where you are not practicing the sessions. So tomorrow we will see one more example of the procedures and then we'll continue rest of the topics. So the main reason for not continuing the today's class is to practice. Okay, please practice it.
Okay, sir. సార్ ఒరాకిల్ డాక్యుమెంట్స్ పంపిస్తున్నారు
యా నేను మర్చిపోతున్నానండి పంపిస్తాను మీకు ఓకే పిఎల్ సీక్వెల్ క్లాసే కదా
అవును సార్
యా ఓకే నేను పంపిస్తాను ఓకేనా
ఓకే సార్
ఓకే పంపిస్తాను ఆర్ఎల్స్ నేను ఏదైనా సైట్ లో అప్లోడ్ చేసి మీకు ఇస్తాను షేర్ చేస్తాను
ఓకే సార్ ఏదైనా పర్లేదు సార్
యా ఓకే సార్ సీ యూ please practice it. Procedures are very important. Only we can create a procedures when certain logic cannot be implemented with the mapping. Okay, see you. Bye. Wait for the 9:30 class.